Now look, the reason you are so dissatisfied with your lifestyle right now is because of instant dopamine. Now, young men are not meant to be getting their dopamine by, sitting behind a screen. I think that is the number one worst thing that could have ever happened to mankind. Because if you look back at our evolutionary process, we were rewarded when we went out and hunted to kill an animal and brought back food for our tribe, when we reproduced with an actual woman by actually having sexual intercourse. And now, there's like none of that. Genuinely, young men are being rewarded for literally sitting behind the screen watching two other people do it and getting off to that, which is why porn is absolutely destroying men. It's not really destroying women because they don't have anything like testosterone that can be heavily influenced. But young men are especially the ones that get addicted to that kind of stuff because they don't have to work for it. They can be comfortable where they are and they get all the enjoyment they need. And if someone like most of you probably like have watched porn, are still watching porn, I'm not here to judge. Believe me, I was also heavily influenced by dopamine hits, but once you come to realize that it's not real and you're like actually conscious about what you're doing, that you're just sitting there watching two other people and you're just like behind the screen, you start to kind of be like, oh, hold on, this is a little weird, huh? And then you start to feel worse afterwards. Have you ever asked yourself why? Why do I have no energy? Why do I feel intimidated when I go out afterwards? Why do I not feel like myself? Why do I feel guilty? Now, being guilty is not a bad thing because you feel that guilt for a reason. And that guilt is an opportunity to change for the better. It's giving you the green light to say, okay, you just did something that's not right, not normal, and you should change yourself for the better. But most of the time, it'll lead to depression, and to get out of that depression, instead of putting in the hard work and writing down on a journal like what's going on in your life or starting to work out, what you'll do is look for another dopamine hit and that cycle continues. So you honestly really only have two choices. You continue down that cycle of depression and then dopamine hit, dopamine hit, depression video games, depression porn, or you break out of it and you say, you know what, I'm making the conscious choice right now to say fuck all that, I'm done with it. It will never drag me down again, and work towards your best self. The choice is yours.